quarter zip movement is anti-black. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But before I sit there and tell y'all why I think that, I don't hate quarter zips. I actually just bought a quarter zip the other day. I have a quarter zip in my closet, and I even have a video of me doing something with the quarter zip, right? But my problem and issue is the quarter zip isn't the problem itself. It's not the quarter zip, it's not the clothing, because clothing don't have no issues. It's the conversation and the narrative that is pushed behind it. It leaves and allows space for anti-blackness, elitism, and classism, right? It's never that, oh yeah, we don't want black men to dress up nice. No, it's the conversation that ensues, right? Like in one of the videos, the guy's like, I don't wear the Nike Tech no more. I wear the quarter zip, and I don't drink, what's that called, Arizona? As if because you wear a Nike Tech and drink Arizona, you're less than. That's where the conversation becomes a problem. Because now, right, you're inviting palm-colored people to now have more of a discussion inside of this thing that is now between black people, right? Because now you allow room and you allow space for them to make their own comments and make their own narratives. And I'm going to post right here, right, where people have been saying similar things. And now it's no longer a thing between black people because it's now been hijacked, right? Also, again, you're now saying that a piece of clothing is now elevating you versus another piece of clothing is now devaluing you, right? And it's making people and black people look bad. As if somebody in a quarter zip and drinking matcha can't go rob a bank or can't be a bad person or can't do this and the third. You're now instilling in people, anybody who you see wearing a Nike Tech is now a terrible person or a thug. Like, I just watched Central C go to, what was it, the Met Gala. Central C goes everywhere in a tech. Nobody says anything about it, right? The White House posts memes all day about people being wrapped up from ICE and immigration and stuff like that, but nobody says nothing about that, and people be laughing, hee hee ha ha. But black people want to wear a Nike Tech, and now it's a problem. Like, that's why it's so weird. And I feel like I had more thoughts in my head, and now that I'm talking about it, everything's gone. But like I said, it's not the Nike, it's not the quarter zip itself, it's the conversation that it leads from. Like, it's very much so anti-black. It allows people to enforce stereotypes about black people that we already have. It's very much so classism and elitism that makes people feel like they're separate or better than because they can afford or wear certain type of clothing. Like, that's where the problem comes from. It comes from the mindset or the thought that one equals less than when it really doesn't. And then people are going to be like, oh yeah, well, what about black dandyism? That was a thing because the concept wasn't because we're trying to be better than other black people, right? It's because we're trying to allow and let white people know we will turn the things that you tried to make negative about us into a positive. We also can afford and have enough money to wear certain items that you feel we shouldn't be able to afford or that are luxury. Wearing a quarter zip because you think it's luxury is different than wearing it because you think it's going to get you closer to whiteness. That's where the real conversation lies. And like I said, I have so many more thoughts, but I'm just going to keep this quick and simple and short. Even though this is a 4-minute video, it don't matter. I don't care. But it's very much so that, and people are going to be like, yeah, well, like black boys, be better, blah, blah, blah. Just because you throw in a quarter zip don't make you a better person. Like, it goes back to this whole, like, respectability politics where we have to wear certain things or speak a certain way in order to be viewed as humans or not demonized and dehumanized because of certain things. Like, the person who's in charge of the airports and all, like, the planes and stuff, he just went on TV and was like, people need to get dressed and wear suits and make it an extravagant thing again to go to airports. Why are you trying to tell people what they should be wearing to an airport, to a flight? You need to be worried about people getting from point A to point B and y'all having enough people in y'all call centers. So that's what you need to be worried about. Like, come on, bro. But yeah, anyways, maybe I'll make another video being more concise about the things that I think instead of just picking up my phone and talking. But yeah, okay, bye.